This is a short video about locking yourself outside of your van 600 kilometres away from home on the last day of your holiday. I'm guessing I'm not the first person to have done it because it was pretty easy. Anyway, I'll go through what happened. I've just put a picture up of what happened in the end, and yeah, and then I'll just talk you through what I'm going to do in the future to try and avoid having that problem again. So the scenario for locking yourself out is unfortunately quite easy, and so this is how I have my van set up in the night. And in order to lock the van to go to sleep, I press the locking button here on the door panel so that doesn't activate the alarm. And then most of the time, so I don't lose them, I hang the keys over the gear knob like that. In the morning, I obviously, like most people, get out the side door, pull it twice, go to toilet. And yeah, in the morning, I wanted to open the van door to get something out of the boot. Picked up the key like this, and without looking too carefully, I pressed the wrong button. I then got out the van to get in, and you hear that awful noise, and you are. So, what are your choices? Well, I did what most people do, and I called the breakdown service, optimistically hoping that they would be able to get in. And in fairness to the guy that turned up, he slipped the little bag underneath the door on the driver's side, pumped it up, put a wedge in there, and then fed in a poking thing so that he could try and get a hook round the door handle.
Now, as you probably guessed, this window is broken, so the van is locked. I can just certify that. And if I pull my hand through there, go to the front panel where the pull handle is. So he did really well. He got the hook round there after about 15 minutes of trying and pulled it. And as you can see, it pulls up the little knob at the back. He was really excited, but the door lock
does not work because these door handles are not active when the car has been locked with a key. So he then had a go at trying to get the key that was hanging off the gear knob, but in the process of doing that, he dropped it down the back of the seat, and we knew we were in trouble. And then it was a case of, well, do I get my key posted down to me? Because as I said, we were 600 kilometres away. My daughter needs to be back at school the following day, so the only choice was to smash a window. And yeah, just so that you know, these windows at the back are more expensive than the passenger window. I quickly checked on LL Car Parts what the prices of those parts were, and this one particularly, 400 euros. That one I'm not sure, but that's got my bags behind it from North, whatever they're called, and I didn't want to break those at 176 euros a piece. And this piece of glass is 130 euros from Volkswagen. And the other advantage knocking this one out is the car's not got to go to a garage for this repair, so I can do that myself. It's going to be less than the cost of the excess on my insurance. I'll avoid that in the future. So what's the solution? Well, the solution is to have access to another key. So this is the spare Volkswagen key that I had left at home. And yeah, obviously it's nice to have two keys to the car. So if you're going to hide a third key somewhere under the car to take with you, you're going to need to buy one of these, and they are 250 euros. Well, really, that's too much to spend on something that's there as an emergency. And the alternative I found was to buy this key, which is a super basic key. It doesn't have an immobilizer. It doesn't have a remote in it of any kind. It's just a blank that's been cut to code. It cost me about 20 euros. And the only thing it does is open the driver's door like this. And that's how you want to rescue yourself, is by hiding that guy underneath the car somewhere. There's lots of plastic trims and good places that you can hide that without it ever being found, and that is what I recommend you do. And the alternative, if you don't want to do that, is that you're going to run risk of having to break a window. And now I'm going to show you a time-lapse video of me replacing the side window that I had to break. The strip down of the door is fairly straightforward because it's the passenger door. The cleaning of the inside of the door, however, took me about an hour and a half with compressed air and the hoover there to get all of the little glass pieces out. I'm sure there's a few still in there, but I did the absolute best I could. I also quickly demounted the speaker and the side mirror. There was just a couple of pieces stuck in behind both of those. I had to pay to access the Erwin instructions for installing the side glass. I've slowed this down so that you can see what I did. It goes in from the outside. You offer it up rotated about 45 degrees. You offer in the front corner first. Rear corner is cut off. You put that into the felt channel at the back edge, and then you rotate the whole window and it drops in. The reassembly of the door trim is again fairly straightforward. The whole job took me about 3 hours to complete. I think it goes without saying that putting a key somewhere safe will be a good idea in the future. Thanks again for watching, and next time hopefully we can be doing something a little bit more interesting.